Okay, right, so what I've realised I've got to do is I've got to do two videos for each day. One is the video that I'm planning for that day, how it's going to go, and the other one is how it actually goes. Okay, and that's giving you two different aspects of things. So it's like seeing with two different eyes instead of one, so you can get a much better perspective on things. How I'm planning for things to go, and how they actually do go, and how I have to reevaluate things. So we're going to get two videos. One is made a few days before the day, which is what I'm planning for the day, how the day to go, and then the other video is made on that day, how it actually does go. So I'm having to readjust things a little bit, just so you get an idea of how this thing is going, and there's a sort of like a real organic process going on here. You know, it's not like I've got it all planned out. I've got it roughly planned out, like intuitively and instinctively, but I really have no idea how the details are going to go. So when it actually, so this is why I'm doing two videos for each day now. Yeah. So it's like, yeah, okay, right. I might even do a third video to go back on how the day was in the past. So there might actually be three videos for each day at some point. But from now on, there probably will be two videos each day. Right. So the other video that I've already made was because this is the fifth day. This is about Mars, severity. But the other video I made, I think, was about talking about giving stuff up. I was going to give up tobacco and stuff, and I don't think that's going to happen. I might carry on with it and try and see if it go. If I can deal, giving it up and stuff. But there's no point, trying to like give yourself too much of a hard time. If it's going to ruin the whole thing for you, then you can't. There's no point trying to give up something. But if you can give something up, you feel that you can do something that's going to enhance your health, by giving it up or cutting down. That would be great. But what I'm going to deal with today is the idea of the fifth, sphere of Mars, of severity. What's going to happen when you do this course is you're going to get opposition. The universe is going to oppose you. It doesn't want you to have power. It doesn't. There's all kinds of. It's not just the universe itself. It's individual people specifically, but collectively, it's basically the universe. It's going to put all kinds of opposition into you. Achieving these goals of moving forward, becoming more aware of all this information, these higher dimensions, because that's going to give you an enormous amount of power. And there's loads of forces in the universe individually that make up the collective universe that you live in that don't want you to have that power, right? Now, what you have to today is going to be right. We've got to deal with this aspect of the universe that is going to try to prevent us moving forward. Okay? And we've got to get it in our head. That's what's going to happen. Don't be mistaken. If you're going to move forward and you're going to get actual proper results, the universe is going to try to stand in your way. And it will be like God itself standing in your way, an all-powerful God standing in your way. That's what it's going to be like. And you've got to get that in your head right now. That's what you're up against. God is stopping you from developing your power and your potential. Purposefully, he's going to do everything. I mean, you can think of it as actually the demon of ignorance, if you want, like the devil. All the people that are in the Matrix, they harbour this demon of ignorance inside. They're not real people, really. They don't want their potential. They've given it over. They've sold their soul to the devil, and the demon of ignorance is there, hidden inside their aura. They've got this huge aura, and there's not really any soul in there because they've dispensed with that. And the demon of ignorance is hidden in their aura, and it will sabotage you and fuck you up if it can. And it's in virtually everybody because everybody's in the Matrix. So you've got to realise that you've got to be incredibly careful who you spend time with. And how much time you spend with them and stuff, that's really it, that's what's going to happen. So get used to it. Get used to the fact you've got to change your whole life round because the whole universe is going to, literally, it will seem like the whole universe is going to try and stop you moving forward. You know, so today, that is a big deal that you've got to understand. That's the fucking concept you've got to get your head around if you want to start moving forward from here. You know, this first 10 days is going to be a real deep stuff. You know, this is the test, really. The first 10 days is going to be the test, whether or not you can. It's going to salt the wheat from the chaff. If you can't go past these first 10 days and do every stage properly, then, you know, this is why I'm making it. One of the reasons why these first 10 days have got to be so severe on you and real, because you've got to understand what you're up against. This is work. It's real work. One of the things that Aleister Crowley said about in occultism, the reason people don't make any progress in occultism is because they're not prepared to do the real work. They think they've got an opportunity to be like an armchair philosopher. They can just suddenly, you know, study some knowledge and find out some, you know, clever answers, and that will sort their life out without them having to do any real work. That's not how it goes. This is a real job. You know, it's a real lot of work. You know, even though I'm only talking about 40 minutes a day, those 40 minutes are going to basically consume most of your energy for the whole day. You know, if you're doing the work properly, the more energy you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. If you're not putting enough energy into it, you can't expect to get any good results. So you've got to do the work properly. So when I say that the universe is going to be against you, that's what you've got to get in your head. The whole universe. Think of it like the whole universe. It's an there's no way you can succeed. Okay, from a rational perspective, but we're not dealing with rational. We're going. We've already been going beyond rational. You know, so I just have to tell you, there are ways past this. You know, I wouldn't tell you this stuff if there wasn't a way past it. You know. There is a way past it. It's perfectly straightforward. You just have to follow well, there is a way past it. I can't tell you the answer. There is a way past it. There must be.